city is ready. At Acrisure Stadium here in Pittsburgh. Tonight, a tough AFC North matchup. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Please welcome your 2026 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Evan McPherson getting this one started. Off we go from Pittsburgh. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
The run on first down was good for 7, and it's 2nd and 3. The master of play action, Rodgers. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to gain.
An early test to start this one. 3rd and inches. They'll go with the sneak, and it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
That's caught. Right side, it's Freiermuth. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
From the gun, Rodgers. That's over the middle and taken in by, and he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
The ball carrier. The tackle made by B.J. Hill. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. On the handoff, this is Warren. And nice work here. He's got the first down to about the 30-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And this time, they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
Taken down back.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And he'll be There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's third down. And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee.
Still third down.
So instead of third and short, it's now 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Steeler first down.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball.
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. A.T. Harris, touchdown Pittsburgh. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. He's got it. And the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead.
It's the score, Steelers 7, Bengals 0.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here come the Bengals. And Greg, there is no denying the talent of this. Led the league in passing yards and touchdowns a season ago.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as a result of him being your quarterback.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 7. Gesicki, the man in motion. Here's Brown. That one never got started. Defensive, and they drop him in the backfield.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense. Still third down.
The penalty yardage gets them a little closer, but still, tough third down conversion coming up. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. Rodgers. That's complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
They were able to get this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
They'll run the draw with Warren. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a pickup of 12. That's a Steeler first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
From the 43, here's second and 9. Now Rodgers will set up the screen to Gainwell. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. First down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. Third down coming up.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
This is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
A 43-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense is about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll start out first down and 10. The tight end going in motion to the left. Now Brown. He'll push forward for about a yard. Joey Porter Jr. that time up to make the play.
Jr. on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Bengals first down. A gain of 1 yard.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Higgins sent in motion. Quick run taken in, and they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Gain of 10 yards.
It'll be a pickup of 10, and the Bengals gonna have a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first
He
time.
doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Steelers think they've got one, and they do.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
They'll start this on the ground with one. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Jenkins. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9 at the 43-yard line.
It is second and 9. Once again, it's Warren. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Steeler first down.
Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
We are through one. 10-0 is our score. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. Quick throw here is complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory. And certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. A-Rod down to throw on 1st down. No chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Rodgers to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances of picking up the key 3rd down?
And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
To throw is Rodgers. He'll try and get there, and he will get into the end zone. Aaron Rodgers. Touchdown Steelers. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers move further out in front. It is now 17-0.
Bengals nothing.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Charlie Jones now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. Brown. And they smacked him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
Not a great start by this running back here in the first half, Mike. He had a fumble earlier. Now he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to get more out of this run game as the rest of this game moves along.
They'll run here with Brown. And some good blocking. Stringing up a gain of 9. As we get to third down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They'll run the sneak. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points. Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Gesicki, the man in motion. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And that's complete. It's Yosiva. And he puts his head down, and he picks up the first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard, and it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Brown, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
To the left side, caught by Chase. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That is caught. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. A huge play there for the Bengals to gain a 43 yards.
And they decide to bring pressure here on third down, but he does a really nice job, remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
Down to the 4, it'll be second and goal.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
Brown. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Throwing here on third and goal. And he's in! Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals are back in this one. It's 17-7.
Bengals 7.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers' offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. Play fake. It's Rodgers. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
17 yards.
That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
First and 10.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a game of 5.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position, and depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. And he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete. Jaylen Warren was the man he was trying to connect with.
Second and 10.
And it'll be second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
That's complete. It's Metcalf. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Steelers.
That one good for 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Tackle made back at the
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. Second down, 8 yards to go. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position, but with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. 3rd and long for Rodgers. He's got it at the 7, and he will score! DK Metcalf, touchdown Pittsburgh.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Boswell now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Steelers up their lead. It's now 24-7.
Bengals 7.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow now to throw on first down. That's into the hands of Yosivas. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. The clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 33-yard line.
Second down, they need 3. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Pass caught. Gesicki on the right. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds. And he stopped the clock as well.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Gesicki, the man in motion. On first down, Burrow. Short one into the hands of Gesicki. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here comes second and 4. Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down.
Offense.
That one's on Orlando Brown, Jr. Now a second down throw for Burrow. And he'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. And this was the old NFL record spot. A 63-yard attempt. That one's on target, and it is good! From the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Third quarter begins with a run. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
For a Bengals first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Burrow here on second down. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Open man, downfield, Chase has it. A gain of 24 through the air. It's a Cincinnati first down.
First down. 24-yard gain on the play. First down, Bengals.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. They get 21 on that one, and the Bengals going to have a first down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And you wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
8-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. To throw is Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to be close to the first down. Out of bounds, just a little short. Need to pick it up on third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this third down a lot tougher. On third down, they'll set up to throw. That is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
McPherson now for the PAT. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it. You start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And a nice game there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Here's a handoff to Warren. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Third and short yardage, it's Rodgers. Metcalf reels it in on the right side.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Now Gainwell. And pick up 3 or maybe 4. Demetrius Knight there on the tackle.
37-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 5. A carry here for Warren. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
We'll try and run it here with Warren.
Well, this is why the head coach makes the big bucks, Mike, to make decisions like that. I think at this point in the 3rd quarter, you have a chance to really make a statement by coming away with 6. I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going for it on here on 4th down. I'm being aggressive.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. He locates his receiver. That's Perry. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
2nd and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. A couple of third down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Calvin Austin. Touchdown Steelers.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
On for the extra point is Boswell. His kick is good, and the Steelers will extend this third quarter lead.
Bengals 17.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Jones now on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense looking to get set to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They bring Chase in motion. Quick throw, taken in, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. The slot man in motion right. 2nd down. Burrow. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Burrow to throw. Open left side is Gesicki. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Straight ahead with one. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss. Really can't afford to go 3 and out here, Mike. I know you got the lead, but it's not insurmountable by any means, especially after they just scored their last time out. So they've got to dial up their best third down protection, best third down play, whatever it is, by any means necessary. They've got to keep this drive alive.
On third down, Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. An even 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points.
They run with one, and they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 12 there. That's a Steeler first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 5. In the shotgun, it's A-Rob. Quick throw here is complete. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Automatic first down.
So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here, first and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Rodgers. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's second and 8 at the 19-yard line.
Second down and 8. Rodgers to throw. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Rodgers on third and 2. And that is incomplete.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
A 30-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Jones now on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Try a jet sweep. He'll get to the edge, but unsuccessfully stopped there for no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
Here's Burrow. He'll set up the screen to Brown. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. That screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Trying to connect with Chase Brown on that one. And 3rd down coming up.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
It's a pickup of 12. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
A 1st down throw for Burrow. Open man, that's Charlie Jones. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Finding space at the 15. And he will get into the end zone. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
On is McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bengals are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Bengals 24.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Warren. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
And the Steelers first down.
Two-possession lead, fourth quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stop it.
Not much happening there, just a short gain.
The tackle by Demetrius Knight. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
To Jalen Warren. That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. So, from 3rd and 2, back them up to 3rd and 7. Throwing, Rodgers. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we sit up here all the time and we try to break down why certain plays work or don't work. Well, this one's not real tricky. I mean, he just simply needs to catch the ball. I mean, that close to the first down chain, if he just catches that ball and turns upfield, they extend this drive. He's got to come over to the sideline, take a deep breath, tell his guys, hey, man, that's on me. And he's got to go out and make that next play because his team's going to need him to play better as the rest of this game continues.
On first down, Burrow. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Burrow here on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Yosibas. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And the Bengal first down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Burrow now to throw on first down.
Burrow's pass complete to Jamar Chase. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
from the 46. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking out of the gun, Burrow. Moving outside the pocket.
A gain of 9 yards.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense. Still 2nd down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. Back to throw. Burrow under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The linebacker, Alex Highsmith, getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Burrow. He'll swing this one out to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He had to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's going to be caught, and that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
Well, that was a disaster. I like the call. I like going for it on 4th down. Give your offense a chance to extend this drive and maintain possession, but after going the wrong way, now they're going to have to watch the other team take over after failing to move the chains.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. A run out of the gun with Warren. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, Rodgers. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And 8 yards.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. And they'll bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. And caught Gesicki on the right. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
2nd down, Burrow. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Mike Gesicki was the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down. Here's Brown. And they've got it. Going to pick up the first down there. Right around midfield.
I like that call on 3rd down, keeping the ball on the ground. You see so often these defenses, Mike, on 3rd down, they bring out more defensive backs, they bring out some smaller bodies. They're anticipating 3rd down pass. There's a lot of opportunities to take advantage of it with 3rd down run.
Now, Burrow to the left side, caught by Chase. They'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 46-yard line.
Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, it is 2nd down and 5. They'll drop to throw. Short one there to his tight end, Fant. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and inches.
This crowd, they're trying to force a false start. What noise before 3rd and inches. He gets that to his big target, Fant. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
No, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
Burrow to throw. That is caught. What a throw. Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
McPherson now for the PAT. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the 4th quarter. One-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. Still on the move. And he's going to take this one in for the score. The onside kick backfires spectacularly as it's returned for a touchdown.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
That penalty is
Boswell
declined.
now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Steelers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
31.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. This is 1st and 10. Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosibach. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second. And it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Cincinnati.
One timeout at their disposal, but the more pressing need, they have to score twice. It's 1st and 10. Burrow now. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Andre Yosibach was the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down. To throw is Burrow. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Towels waving, Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Burrow. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. So now the Bengals use their 3rd and final timeout. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock.
1st and 10.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
The first down throw for Burrow. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. They'll come up now for second down. Now, Burrow. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim. So there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
Here we go. One final play. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.